Hi team, we are in Coach Alexa here, coach for Reading, South Oxfordshire and online. This is the second in my video series on overtraining, and I'm going to talk about the actual sort of physical or training related things that you can do to get into that situation, to get into being overtrained, and also then to avoid it or to get yourself back out of that situation again. So when I look at people's training load across the week, I am of course looking at their running. So 3 big levers that we can pull with running: number of runs per week, total run distance in the week, the pace, effort level, training zone of those runs. Also other factors like the surfaces that you're running on, the elevation that you're running on, if you live somewhere flat, if you live somewhere hilly, etc. So I look at those and we plan in kind of a gradual ramp up, recovery weeks, rest days, etc. But running isn't the only part of the picture. We need to look at the other physical activities that your body is dealing with each week. So that might be also walking the dog, commuting, cycle commuting, walking to work. It might be the fact that you have a physical job, you might be in the medical profession, you might be lifting and carrying things during the day. You might be a physiotherapist, so you're working and kind of moving around all the time. You have a range of different jobs, have a range of different sort of physical demands upon them. So that's a one that you need to think a little bit carefully about as well. So it's anything and everything that we do physically. It might also be playing five-a-side, it might be going down the gym. So anything that you do that adds to that physical load is something that needs to be taken into account with your overall training profile. And overtraining effectively is doing too much or ramping things up too quickly over a long enough period of time without enough recovery. So if you're trying to maintain a high training load for too long, or if you've ramped things up too quickly, and or if you've not allowed yourself enough recovery and adaptation in between. So those are different kind of variables and things to think about. Of course, there are other stuff that you can do to help with the recovery and therefore help that balance. So things like getting adequate rest, getting adequate sleep, and eating good nutrient-rich food, plenty of carbohydrates to fuel your training, protein afterwards to help recover, vitamin and mineral-rich food, because all of those are the ingredients that your body uses to rebuild, recover and adapt to the training load. And when we're sleeping or when we're resting, and by resting I mean taking time where you're physically inactive and doing something enjoyable or peaceful, when your body's kind of in that relaxed state, it can also make the most of that recovery time. So using those 3 things, balancing that training load, which is of course something that a coach can help you with, across not just the running, all aspects of the activities you do and the walking and your job and all of that sort of stuff. And also making sure that the training is planned to have download or recovery weeks and to have rest days in there. So all about that balance, the stress of the training and the physical activity that you do plus the recovery equals progress. Too much stress and or too little recovery, and we don't make progress, we actually start breaking our body down a little bit, and that is essentially what overtraining is. Hope that's useful. Keep tuned for the next video. We talk about some of the more sort of lifestyle factors that can start to impact our adaptation to training. Happy running.